Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes... And we'll bring the football to the 25-yard line. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, it's Graves. Makes a quick catch. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Now it's second down here. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. He's swarmed by the defense.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Slides a quick throw. And the game just good enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
They'll hand it off. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here, try to force a field goal attempt. There's the handoff. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Fourth down and 2 coming up to try to keep the drive going. Back to pass. It's Graves. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. We come out in the playoff game, Kurt. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Showing a bunch formation now. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On first and 10, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Here's the second down play. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Short pass finds the tight end. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. He didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Cardinals' offense is back out on the field now. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Makes the grab. It's Morris. Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to 30.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The pre-snap motion from the offense. Scanning the field, it's Graves. He's got his man wide open. And he goes down right there. That's more than enough for a first down.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
The offense threatening now. First and goal. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Ball State. And they'll set up for the PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return begins inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Going to try to use his legs here. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down mark. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, NC State. It was a foot race, and he won it.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And the point after is right down the middle. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Gets across the 25-yard line. They'll spot it at the 27. Here comes the Ball State offense back out there. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain. Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
And it's a bunch formation. Scanning the field, it's Graves. And the ball to the ground. The offense recovers the fumble.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
Testing the right side here. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run phase, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Quick throw over the middle. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. The coordinator showing heavy blitz pre-snap. Makes the catch downfield. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up for the 1st and goal from the 8. They attack the deep middle of this defense, could come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
When the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Can't quite get out to the 25. They'll spot it at the 24 to begin the drive. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. On the move, trying to scramble for the 1st down, comes up short.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
2nd down after that previous play. He hands it off from the gun. After 2nd effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Escapes the pocket. Breaking tackles. The defense gets him, but it's a 1st down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st and keep this drive moving.
Throws a stiff arm. And they got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Looking to pass this time. Makes a quick grab. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
NC State getting set for the 1st and 10 now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Not much on that play, brought down short. Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They look to throw it here on second down. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. First down and 10 now. The shotgun handoff here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. The clock is still running. They'll have to hurry up here, but it's a crucial third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's got some room. Can he get there? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Now the all-important extra point. Kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in a pistol. Off the play fake on first down. And he lofts it deep over the middle. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands. Sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Quick completion to the tight end.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
See what the call is on first and 10. Dropping back, it's Graves. Caught quickly. Gets into space at the 50. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to run.
The sophomore able to get home with the sack. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense.
And he lofts one deep over the middle. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Ball State.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Fights through a tackle. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Looking to pass here on second down. He's going to take off. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. First down. Looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, going to heave it downfield. And he throws his third interception of the day.
Love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender and he throws the interception.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Stop for no gain. That'll be the final play of the first half. The Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Stopped after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he fires the football to the right side. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Well, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Extending the play now. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit. NC State comes to the line quickly.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And here's the handoff. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. The QB throws his third pick of the day.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
He'll hand it off. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass, it's Graves. He'll take a deep shot. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
On third down, he drops to throw. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Catch made down inside the 25. Finally brought down to the 12. An explosive play puts him in great scoring position.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they add to their lead. Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. He's escaping the pocket now. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. NC State comes to the line quickly. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He slings this one deep down the left side. Catch made down inside the 20. Finally brought down to the 13-yard line. An enormous gain puts him in great scoring position. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Wills his way to the end zone. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
And the point after is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. The Cardinals offense back on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? First play of the drive, they come out throwing. And he finds the running back in the flat. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
The gain is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
They're going to run it here. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Second down play coming up. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Tackle made after a big gain. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. It's a heavy blitz look here. Let's see if they bring the house. Ball handed off. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the 4th. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner steps out at the 20. That's where the offense will take over. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moving right down the field for a touchdown. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Uses the spin move to get into the open. They get him, but what a spin move. That's one for the highlight reel.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, Chris. These guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
So one play moves the ball to the 38, another 1st down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. The sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. NC State comes to the line quickly.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
On the run here. Lets it go. Looking right. This one caught. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Fires it to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
You know, as a quarterback, you end up having one of those days that everybody wants to talk about. How'd you do it? What a big day throwing the football the way he is today. Well, it takes catches like this and efforts like this to be able to allow you to have a great game.
NC State now operating in the red zone. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. It's a quick grab. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
Chris, that's his 2nd touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
Now here comes the point after attempt. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And looks like the hands team were able to recover the football. Ball State's offense back out on the field now. Looking to throw. It's Graves. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And it's intercepted, the last thing they could afford. Look out, he's got some space.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the 2nd half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's moving out of the pocket now. Gets loose on the scramble and picks up a decent gain, short of the 1st down. 3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Keeper for the 1st down and more. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a 1st down. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back.
On the
Okay, guys up front lined up. It's first down. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Caught for the completion. And the broken tackle there produces a solid game. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looks left and finds his target there. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. Using his legs on the scramble. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. NC State comes to the line quickly. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Wolfpack. This game is far from over. Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT up and good. We get a little bit closer. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. Offense is back out on the field now. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so they have to run a couple of plays here. Good enough for first down yardage.
Total control right now, Chris. You just got to assume, just keep running the football. You look at the clock, in their favor. You look at the field position where they are, obviously in their favor. So it just makes sense. Keep it on the ground, keep pounding, run that clock, because you got everything working in your direction.
First and goal. They play this right, they can pretty much put the game on ice. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second and goal play, spot the ball at the 9. Trying to get to the end zone, they'll run it left. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
All right, here we go. This is really it. And the defense knows that if the offense is able to score here, it's essentially over. It's mano-a-mano at the line of scrimmage. Let's see which side can gain the most leverage.
So what's the play call? It's 4th and goal from the 3. And they're trying to punch it in here. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Ball State. Lining up to try the extra point. And it's no good. He missed the extra point. Getting set to kick the ball off now. It's a squib kick. It's going to be fielded by one of the up men. And they bring him down to the 32 after a solid return. First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble. Using his legs here. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. Either's loading up on defensive backs here. Want to take away the deep pass play. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. It's picked off again. The fourth for this QB today. He goes down, and the ball game will end on that turnover. Well, the coaches kind of expected it to be this kind of game, an offensive show. Who's going to make one more play at the end to get the win, and they did it.
Yeah, you mentioned the coaches. I think we had a feeling that this game had a chance to get into at least the 30s, and we weren't disappointed.